How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Yan Hou Tang sent me a bunch of these different kinds of oolong teas, so I'm gonna test out the quality and let you know what they taste like. Now, I've tried high mountain Taiwan tea before, and I have to say that if you brew them at the wrong temperature, it would completely taste very, very different. It might even taste bitter, so you have to watch out for what temperatures to brew these at. Now, all of these are different kinds of oolong teas, and you would brew them somewhere between 190 and 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, your taste preferences are going to be different, so you might want to experiment with going a little bit lower, maybe 180 even, for a longer brewing temperature, or maybe you want to have a higher brewing temperature. Now, they come like this. This first one is Coke Taste High Mountain Tea Half Baked. I wonder if it tastes like Coca-Cola. Classic Fragrance High Mountain Tea Raw, which means it might be a green tea. Taiwan Unique Oolong Black Tea, so just the typical regular one. Dongfeng Mei Ren Oriental Beauty Tea. Okay, I'm just gonna call this Oolong Beauty Tea. Open one of them up. So one packet comes with 20 tea bags. There's a moisture absorber over here. So here's the Coke flavor one. This is the classic fragrance raw one. In comparison, it doesn't look all that green to me, so I think I will brew this at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This one is the black oolong tea, and this one is the beauty oolong tea. It seems like these are kind of like little slivers versus the Coke and the raw. They're kind of like clumped up instead. First, I'm gonna heat up some water to 200 degrees Fahrenheit and steep each one of these for 3 minutes and test them out. Now, 200 degrees Fahrenheit is just slightly right before a full boil. I'm gonna use my thermometer over here, just making sure that the water is completely even at 200 degrees. Okay, it's 200 degrees. I'm gonna steep this in here. I'm gonna time it, set it for 3 minutes. Now, let's wait. I can agitate it a little bit, I guess. It does not really give you directions on how to steep this tea. I would highly recommend the manufacturers to change the label over here to add in what temperature to steep it at and for how long. Right now on Amazon, these things goes for about $9 to $12 per bag. So you're looking at like about 50 cents per bag, mainly because it's not loose leaf. When you use loose leaf, it's a lot cheaper. When it's in one of these ready-to-use pyramid-shaped tea bags, it tends to be more expensive. Now, I like to check the temperature of this thing to see that the temperature of the water did not drop too low while it's just waiting here. It did drop to 180 degrees. That's why I like to start on the high end, and as it cools, hopefully it stays in the correct range while it's steeping the tea. Give you a little bit of close-up on this. 3.5 minutes right now, so I'm going to take this out. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. When you think of Coke flavor, I think of something like really sweet. I think this is more of the caramel aroma that makes it seem like Coke. It's certainly not very offensive or anything. It does not have very sharp flavors. So I would call this smooth. And it smells good. It does not smell fruity. It's good, it's smooth, but it's not like, 5.5 star good where, I really, really want to buy, 10 packs of these and give it away. Okay, now I'm gonna brew the raw oolong tea now. It's been 3 minutes and it seems like it's very light color, so I think I'll give it another 2 minutes. I'm gonna taste it right now though. Yeah, it definitely needs a little bit longer. Needs more flavor in it, I think. So this one tastes a bit more clear. It definitely does not have the Coke aroma to this, so it smells like more clear. There's nothing hindering it. There's no like a strong before or after taste, and it's relatively smooth. So now let me go on to make the next tea, which is the Taiwan Unique Oolong Black Tea. This one. Test again, 200 degrees. Yeah, this one is definitely a lot darker. I just dunked it in and it turned a lot darker almost immediately. So this is a definite black tea. This raw tea, to me, it's a green tea. High mountain tea is not particularly a black tea, but it's sort of like in between the green tea and the black tea in terms of color. So now this definitely looks like it only needs about 3 minutes of brewing. I don't need it any longer than that, or else it will get really dark. Of course, all of this brewing time is just a matter of preference. Do you want it stronger? Do you want it lighter? Do you want it more bitter? Bitter or less bitter is sort of controlled by the temperature at which you brew. Okay, 3 minutes is up. 165 degrees. It seems like it's a little bit too hot to drink. I can sip it a little bit. Oh yeah, it's very, very strong. So this is the strength of it, and this is like roughly the thing I would use in order to make milk tea. I would probably even brew it a little bit longer because when you put milk in it, you cannot taste the tea as well. So you need really strong tea if you're gonna make milk tea. But if you're drinking it by itself, 3 minutes is just fine. Let me pour it back over here. You can compare the oolong black tea over here, and this is the Coke one. And then the beauty tea over here is the lightest of them all. Okay, so let me try this oolong black. Yeah, it's very robust. Black tea, it's made when they ferment the green tea, so it turns black. A little bit more bitter because it is black tea. Yeah, I'm not used to drinking black tea by itself. Really want to put some creamer in this. Okay, maybe I'll do that later, but maybe not for this round because I really just want to taste the tea itself and kind of describe it to you guys. On to the next one. The next one is Dongfei Mei Ren Oriental Beauty Tea. Oolong beauty tea, after you drink it, supposedly you become more beautiful. It's advertised to women that they should drink this and they will become more beautiful. I don't know how it does it, but it smells a little bit less strong than the black oolong tea. Let me taste it. A little bit too hot for me to taste the flavor. Let me get a new cup. Transfer it over here, let the cup soak up some of the heat, and it would drastically reduce it by, I don't know, 10 degrees or something right away. In terms of flavor profile, it's closer to the black tea than these other teas. The black tea certainly tastes a lot more bitter. This beauty tea, I didn't sense any kind of bitterness at all. Yeah. So the bitterness would be good for milk tea, like I said before. This one is, I would say it's better to drink by itself. It tastes more earthy while you're drinking it. Aftertaste, not much, I guess. I can taste like a little bit of grassiness to it. That's why I say it's a little bit earthy. Okay, let me taste each one again, even though this is cooler and this is the hottest still. Okay, now I see why they say it tastes like Coke, but there might be a little bit lost in translation. When they say Coke, I don't know if they really meant like Coca-Cola Coke. High Mountain tea, green tea. I've had this one before. In terms of High Mountain tea, that is the one that I had. High Mountain Oolong tea, I've never had this one before. I would think this is really good for milk tea. You need that bitterness there if you put milk in it. When you use any kind of these really weak teas and you put creamer in it, you're gonna sort of taste like only creamer. You can't taste the tea at all. This is a little bit of floral smell or taste. So there you have it. It's interesting that these four teas, they can taste so drastically different. I think if I were blindfolded and you have me taste each one of these right now, I might be able to identify which one is which. If you guys are interested in any of these teas, I'll leave an affiliate link down in the video description below. Again, this is from Yan Hou Tang. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.